vanilla to those with a midheaven in Libra. Okay, this is your reading for what career should you pursue. Now, let me tell you how these kind of work. They're always going to be in my playlist, so I'm doing them one time and one time only, and then they'll be up from now until the end of time, because you go through many careers and you might want to go back and check on these. What inspired these readings was kind of the economic times that we're going through right now, and I kind of realized people don't know if they're going back to the job that they had or what have you, and a lot of times people aren't necessarily working in a field that they're actually predispositioned to do, so according to their midheaven. So I have a background in marketing and business, and I advise people when it comes to career paths, business opportunities. I help people with startups. I have 3 businesses of my own, and I'm combining that expertise with your midheaven, or sometimes it's called an MC, which actually drives your career. If you don't know what your midheaven is, then I left a link for you below to look it up. I believe it's referred to as MC in that particular calculator. Go find out what your midheaven sign is, and then come back and look at the video that was intended for you. I'll go through the traits of your midheaven sign. Then I'll do a general reading, and we will look into where you are now in your career, what your career strategy should be, and how your goals will manifest themselves in regards to your career. After all that, as usual, I leave a Vimeo link below, and in that is what is your dream job? And I'll have a spread where I will present 3 options, specific options, like specific fields for you to pursue. And that's what that video is about, so make sure you click on that link. And then obviously, if you would like a personal career reading, just send me an email. I would incorporate your sun sign, your moon sign, and your rising sign, and we would do a great little nifty career spread for you, okay? So let's get to your reading. Thank you for listening to all of that. So if your midheaven is Libra, you are inclined to a few different types of careers, but you'd like to be in a position where you can provide harmony and balance. Because self-driven assertion was a big theme in your childhood, you're now looking for a way to assert your efforts in a field that goes past self-improvement and focuses on others. You will be inclined to aid in providing justice and harmony to people, places, or situations. If your persona is balanced with your inner self, your charming and diplomatic persona will attract great connections and opportunities. Your knowledge of social position can be used to attract supporters in person and through social media. So let's get to your reading and see what's going up. Libra Midheavens, Holy Spirit Angels, Divine Guides, Universe, can you please give your truth, your wisdom, your clarity for Libra Midheavens? Where are they now in their career? What strategy? What should their career strategy be? And how will their career goals manifest themselves? Any messages you have for Libra Midheavens in regards to this would be greatly... Hold on. Greatly appreciated, and we thank you. That was too messy to even acknowledge. Sorry. Okay. So can you please show us where are Libra Midheavens now in their career? Where are they now in their career? Okay, and we have the Devil card in the upright. Can you please show me what career strategy what should be their career strategy for Libra Midheavens? We have the Judgment card in the upright. And how will Libra Midheavens goals manifest themselves? How will the goals manifest themselves? Page of Pentacles reversed. All right, and I'll pull clarifiers on these. So we start off with the Devil card, which is the card of Capricorn. And what I'm getting from this in regards to where you are now, look at this. This guy's putting coal into the belly of this big machine or what have you. It's not really in their belly, but you know what I mean? And he's working for a bigger machine, okay, which doesn't seem like the greatest machine to be working for. I mean, obviously, this guy, this creature, this robot, looks very belligerent, and he's just kind of doing what he needs to do to appease this creature. So, kind of feel like whatever career you're in right now, it's a huge machine, and I feel like you do what you have to do. You don't really think it's for the greater good. You really don't think it's serving people as well as it should be. That's kind of nagging at you. Some of you just might be doing it for a paycheck. you know, doing it because you need the money and that's what the motivation is, not necessarily what the company stands for, not necessarily how your boss is being, not necessarily what other people are doing around you. So, and you're kind of stuck, you're kind of bound to it. So it's not something that I feel like you can leave, even though you know it's not the best thing for you. You feel powerless and you don't feel like you can break away. And again, this could be because of a financial situation. You need the paycheck, you need the money, but maybe this creature has gotten to be something that you just don't like or want to be a part of anymore. So the strategy here is the Judgment card in the upright, and that's kind of saying to you, okay, it's time to stop and look at this situation for what it is, and ready to look at all the ups, the downsides in regards to this, the what if I do this, what if I do that, and being totally honest with yourself, and saying to yourself, okay, I need to judge the situation I'm in, and then I kind of need to make a decision. A huge life choice is usually associated with the Judgment card, and then I'm going to push myself forward. I'm going to commit to that choice, and I'm not going to look back, okay? But this is after you have assessed if it's going to be worthwhile and if it's going to be in your best interest to kind of do so, and looking at the situation honestly. Alrighty. How your goals are going to manifest themselves is that I think that there's going to, with this Page of Pentacles in reverse, and I kind of can't totally see which way this is going, so I'm gonna wait for the clarifiers, but I'm kind of seeing that you will eventually kind of be pushed out of here anyway. Either it's going to be a situation where your pay gets cut, or you aren't getting paid what you deserved, or somebody thinks that you aren't, you know, they're more entitled to something than you are, and it can also be that the person in charge of the people that are around you are just being super irresponsible with money, and you're privy to this, and this does not sit well with you. So, for instance, fraud, embezzlement, you know, slackers getting paid more than other people. So, I feel like the Page of Pentacles is going to be a catalyst for you to actually manifest other goals for yourself. I think it won't be a choice but for you to leave this beast eventually, or whatever beast that you're dealing with. What's the Devil card here in the upright for Libra Midheavens? Who is this person? What is this energy? Additional messages for Libra Midheavens. Who is this person? What is this energy? Okay, Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Yeah, I mean, there was a time when you were kind of all about this. Where you worked, you were all about it. You were fine. You were in support of it. But then all of a sudden, things turned suddenly. Things got really kind of crappy, either the environment or the work situation or what have you, and you really didn't have any control over it. It might have been a new boss, somebody new in charge kind of came in, and all of a sudden things turned around for the worse, and you're just kind of like, and there's really nothing you can do about it. And the Wheel of Fortune can also be being resistant to being forced to change something. So major changes are happening and you don't like them, what's going on in this big machine. And not only that, with the Five of Pentacles in reverse, I feel like you aren't getting what's kind of owed to you. And you're really trying to figure out how to come out of this because it's a struggle for you. And you're kind of saying to yourself, well, how can I get what I'm due? How should I get the money that I'm due? How should I, and it's really a time where you're re-examining stuff. You're saying to yourself, literally, like, well, what am I doing right now? Why am I here? Things have changed so much. This isn't what this started as. It has actually, not depreciated, but it's just gone down from your original purpose, and you're just not seeing it anymore. And with the Two of Pentacles in reverse, you're working for somebody who's just really, really puts a lot of pressure. No matter what you do, you can't make that person happy. You're busting your ass. You're overwhelmed. You're trying to make as much money as you can. You're being overworked, and it's just, you're like, what am I doing right now? I keep on getting that when you took this job, it wasn't anything like this, and then I just feel like this higher power came in and just changed everything, and you don't agree with any of it. So why is this Judgment card in the upright for Midheaven Libras? Who's this person? What's this energy? Additional messages for Judgment card in the upright for Libra Midheaven. Okay. So you kind of decide it's time to close this chapter up. I think that's what's going to happen. Now, whether you actively do it, I'm not sure, but you know there's something better out there for you. There's something better out in the world, and you've kind of gotten everything that you can get out of this position that you're currently in. You've learned everything there is to learn. You're just kind of, going through the motions now at this point, and that's part of what you're factoring in while you assess this stuff. You're also being truthful with yourself when you're kind of looking over things and saying you're just miserable, you're not fulfilled emotionally, you're continually disappointed in what you do. There's a lot of feelings that you kind of wish that you could express, but you don't, because you can't, because if you do, that's not going to be met well. So you just kind of like push that stuff down, stuff that stuff's down. And there's it's kind of wearing down on you in the day to day. We have the Strength card in reverse, which is the card of Leo. It's really affecting your confidence. It's affecting, again, the Strength card can be about somebody who's like abusing their power. So somebody above you who's just really kind of abusing your power and weakening you. Okay, not making you feel really good about yourself, and you're starting to question yourself and have doubts. So all this stuff just, I mean, your Libra Midheaven is all about balance and harmony and peace, and none of this is kind of contributing to that. So you're kind of like, well, if it's not going to do that for me, and that's what's important, that I work in an environment that has that, then I really have to consider leaving, even if it's it puts me in a difficult financial situation because the almighty paycheck. Why is the Page of Pentacles here in reverse for Libra Midheavens in regards to how their goals will manifest themselves? Who is this person? What is this energy? Okay, the Nine of Wands in the upright, the Page of Wands in reverse. Yeah, I mean, I think it's just a situation where there's somebody who's holding the purse strings, and you just never know if you're going to get that promotion or get elevated or get anywhere within the company. And you're kind of guarding yourself too. You're protecting yourself. I feel like there's office politics going on, people to be distrusted, and you're just kind of keeping your guard up because you don't want to be affected by that. You're still standing there with the Nine of Wands, so you're a very hard worker, and despite everything you've been through, you're still there. I do think you try to voice your concerns, and with this Page of Wands in reverse, this person's not hearing it. So they're not really receptive to change, new ideas, communicating about anything, listening to anything that's not their idea. And they're kind of really stubborn about it. They're just kind of like, well, you know what, this is how things are going to go. And even if you point out to them, can't you see this isn't working? They don't want to hear it. They're really stubborn when it comes to their communication. So this leads you to the Seven of Pentacles and upright, where you kind of are assessing stuff, and you're like, is it really worth staying here? Because I think you approach this person, or you approach a situation, and you're trying to be really fair about it. And I think you're realizing that your efforts would be better put into another garden, your energy into sowing another garden where you would actually reap something based on what you sow. But here, that's not happening. So that's what I have for you all. If it resonates, consider a personal career reading where I would incorporate your sun sign, your moon sign, and your rising sign. Otherwise, click on the link below for what is your dream job, and I'll present 3 options for you that you're predispositioned to do based on your Libra Midheaven. Otherwise, best of luck to you. Adios from Veronica Garnet. Bye.